Let's be honest. The breakup happened, and now your mind is a battlefield. A part of you, the primal, wounded part, is screaming for a reaction. You're rereading old texts, checking her social media, composing messages in your head that you know you shouldn't send. You're contemplating grand gestures, dramatic pronouncements, anything to make her see the colossal mistake she's made. Most men get this completely wrong. They believe the path to her regret is paved with noise, with pleading, arguing, or "look how great I am now" posts. They think they can convince her to regret her decision. But the Stoic knows a deeper truth. True, lasting regret isn't inflicted. It's inspired. It isn't won through words. It's forged in your silence. It's not about making her feel bad. It's about you becoming so undeniably valuable, so centered in your own frame, that her leaving you becomes, in retrospect, an illogical and self-sabotaging act. Today, we are not talking about petty revenge. We are talking about radical self-reclamation. We're going to explore the 7 silent actions, rooted in ancient wisdom, that will not only make you impervious to the pain, but will inevitably make her question everything. This isn't a game to win her back. This is the blueprint to building a man she was never worthy of in the first place. Stay with me. 7 silent actions that make her truly regret losing you. The Stoic mindset. The first and most difficult action is the most powerful. Disappear. Not physically, but digitally and emotionally. This isn't the childish silent treatment. This is a strategic withdrawal. The average man fails here immediately. He craves closure. He wants the last word. He orbits her social media like a desperate moon. He accidentally likes a photo from 2018. He posts sad song lyrics. His silence is loud, needy, and transparent. It screams, "Please, notice me suffering." The Stoic man understands the psychology of absence. He knows that human beings desire what is scarce, what is removed from them. By going completely silent, no texts, no calls, no social media stalking, no viewing her stories, you are not playing a game. You are making a statement. You are communicating, without a single word, that your world has continued to turn. More than that, you are reclaiming the most valuable resource you have, your mental and emotional energy. Epictetus reminded us, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. She chose to leave. That is an external circumstance beyond your control. Your response, however, is entirely within your control. Will you respond with desperate noise, validating her decision that you are weak without her? Or will you respond with dignified silence, creating a vacuum that her mind will inevitably try to fill? She will wonder, is he okay? Is he angry? Has he already moved on? Your silence becomes a mirror, reflecting her own insecurities back at her. The ordinary man screams for attention. The Stoic man commands it with his absence. Next, look in the mirror. The man looking back at you is the man she left. Is he the man you want to be? Pain is a powerful fuel. The Stoics knew this. They believed in hardening the body to fortify the soul. Seneca wrote, "It is a disgrace to grow old through sheer carelessness, before seeing what manner of man you may have become by developing your bodily strength and beauty to their highest limit." The common man either lets himself go, drowning his sorrow in junk food and apathy, or he goes to the gym and posts a flurry of revenge body selfies, tagged to make sure she sees. His motivation is external. It's for her. The Stoic man's transformation is different. It's internal. He goes to the gym. He runs the extra mile. He fixes his diet not as a performance for an audience of one, but as an act of self-respect. Every drop of sweat is a purification of weakness. Every disciplined meal is a declaration of self-control. He is not building a body to attract her back. He is forging a vessel capable of carrying a stronger spirit. The physical change is merely the outward manifestation of an internal shift. When you push past your physical limits, you are teaching your mind to endure hardship. You are proving to yourself, rep by rep, that you can withstand pressure and emerge stronger. This newfound physical discipline will bleed into every other area of your life. And when word gets back to her, and it will, that you are in the best shape of your life, she won't just see a better-looking man. She will sense a man with a stronger will, a man who took the pain she caused and alchemized it into power. Don't build a revenge body. Build a body that respects itself so much, it makes revenge an irrelevant thought. Then there is the matter of your life's direction. A man without a mission is a ship without a rudder, tossed about by the waves of external validation. When she was your mission, her departure left you adrift. The average man tries to fill this void by immediately seeking a new relationship or distracting himself with meaningless pursuits. He's looking for a replacement anchor. The Stoic man knows that the only reliable anchor is a purpose larger than any single person. He redirects the vast energy he was pouring into the relationship into a single, worthy objective. This could be starting the business you always talked about, mastering a difficult skill like a new language or a musical instrument, or dedicating yourself to a cause you believe in. The key is that the objective must be difficult. It must demand your focus, your discipline, and your growth. Seneca said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." The breakup has already presented you with the ultimate difficulty. By choosing to face an even greater, self-imposed challenge, you are telling the universe and yourself that you are not defined by what happens to you, but by what you choose to do. Your mission becomes your new narrative. You are no longer the guy who got dumped. You are the guy who is building an empire. The guy who is learning to code. The guy who is training for a marathon. This focus doesn't just distract you. It transforms you. It builds real, tangible value. She will hear about your new mission, and she will realize she left a man who was just beginning his ascent. She didn't leave you at your peak. She left you at the launch pad. The regret comes from realizing she missed the journey to the stars. A woman can leave a man, but she can never leave a man on a mission. This next action is the master level of Stoic practice. Cultivate true indifference. The opposite of love is not hate. Hate is still a powerful, emotional connection. It's a tangled cord that still binds you to her. The true opposite of love, the state that signals your absolute freedom, is indifference. The average man pretends to be indifferent. He says, "I don't care," but his actions betray him. He gets angry when he sees her with someone new. He feels a jolt of bitter satisfaction if he hears she's unhappy. His emotional state is still tethered to hers. He is a puppet, and she is still holding the strings, whether she knows it or not. The Stoic man works to cultivate genuine, authentic indifference. This isn't cold or cruel. It's a state of inner peace. It's the realization that her life, her choices, and her happiness are external events that have no bearing on your own virtue or tranquility. You achieve this through practice. When a thought of her enters your mind, you observe it without judgment and let it pass like a cloud in the sky. You practice the dichotomy of control. Is her new life within my control? No. Then it requires none of my emotional investment. This state is achieved when you can hear her name without a flinch, when you can imagine her happy with someone else and feel, Nothing. Not anger, not sadness, just a peaceful neutrality. This is the ultimate power. It communicates on a subconscious level that you are so complete, so self-sufficient, that her presence or absence in your life is fundamentally irrelevant to your core well-being. A woman can handle your anger. She can even handle your pleading. What she cannot psychologically comprehend is your peaceful indifference. It's a closed door she no longer has the key to. Hate is a cage you build for yourself. Indifference is the key that sets you free. Furthermore, you must become a social architect. After a breakup, your world can feel like it has shrunk to the size of your own lonely room. The average man clings to the familiar. He rehashes the breakup with the same few friends, stays in the same social ruts, and avoids new social situations where he might feel vulnerable. His world contracts. The Stoic man understands that a king is defined by his kingdom. He sees the breakup as an opportunity to intentionally design a new, more powerful social circle. This is not about immediately jumping on dating apps to find a replacement. It's far more strategic. It's about surrounding yourself with people who elevate you. Seek out men and women who are excelling in the areas you want to grow. Join a mastermind group for your business. Take up a class for that skill you're learning. Join a high-intensity sports club. Go to events and places where ambitious, interesting people congregate. Your goal is to build a network of excellence. By doing this, you achieve two things. First, you expose yourself to new ideas, new perspectives, and new opportunities, which accelerates your own growth. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So upgrade your average. Second, you are silently demonstrating that your social value is not, and was never, dependent on her. Your world is expanding, not contracting. When she sees, through mutual friends, or the inevitable social grapevine, that you are not just surviving, but thriving in a new, high-caliber social ecosystem, the message is clear. You were not one half of a whole. You were, and are, a complete world unto yourself, and that world is growing. Don't look for a person to complete you. Build a world so complete that it attracts the best people to it. Now, let your success be the statement. The loudest statement you can ever make is the one you don't have to speak. In the age of social media, the temptation is to curate a highlight reel of your post-breakup success. To post the gym selfie, the picture of your new car, the toast with new friends, all with a subtle, passive-aggressive caption. This is the way of the weak man. It's a performance, and it reeks of insecurity. The Stoic man abides by the doctrine of action. His motto is facta, non verba, deeds, not words. He puts his head down and does the work. He builds the business. He gets the promotion. He finishes the marathon. He creates the art. He doesn't talk about it. He doesn't post about it. He simply becomes it. His success is not a billboard for her to see. It's the foundation of his new life. The evidence of his transformation will spread organically. A mutual friend will mention his incredible new venture. Someone will see him looking sharp and confident. The news of his accomplishments will travel on its own, and because it's not being pushed by him, it will carry 1,000 times more weight. It will feel authentic, effortless, and real. When she hears about your success, not from your own mouth or your own feed, but from an objective third party, it hits differently. It's no longer a story you're trying to sell her. It's a fact of the world she has to confront. The man she left is not just doing okay. He is winning, and he's doing it with a quiet dignity that makes all the noise of the world seem trivial. Don't tell the world you're a king. Build a kingdom, and they'll have no choice but to call you one. Finally, all the previous points are external actions that build towards this ultimate internal victory. Master your inner citadel. This is the end game. The Stoics, particularly Marcus Aurelius, spoke of the inner citadel, a fortress within your mind that no external event, no person, no misfortune can ever breach. Your tranquility, your character, your virtue, these live inside the citadel. The breakup was an attack on your fortress. For the average man, the walls are breached. His emotions are plundered. His peace is taken captive. He spends his days trying to rebuild the walls with external validation. A new girlfriend, her regret, a feeling of winning. The Stoic man uses the attack to find the weaknesses in his own walls and reinforce them from the inside out with reason, perspective, and self-sufficiency. He understands that she didn't make him feel pain. She created a circumstance, and he chose to interpret that circumstance as painful. Now, he chooses a different interpretation. He practices negative visualization, imagining losing even more, to appreciate what he still has. He practices the view from above, seeing his small problem in the vastness of the cosmos, to gain perspective. Mastering your inner citadel means reaching a state where you are genuinely grateful for the breakup. You see it not as a loss, but as a crucible, a necessary fire that burned away the weaker parts of you and forged the man you are today. This is the ultimate silent checkmate. When you can honestly say thank you for the experience, you have won the only war that ever mattered. The war for your own soul. Her regret is no longer a goal. It's an irrelevance. And paradoxically, that is the very state that will inspire it most profoundly. She can't regret leaving a man who needed her. She can only regret leaving a man who, because she left, learned he never needed anyone but himself. So you see, this journey was never truly about her. It was about you. The desire for her to regret losing you is a natural, human starting point. It's the ego crying out. But the Stoic path uses that initial pain as a catalyst for a much grander project. The construction of an unconquerable man. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Her leaving was the impediment. It was the obstacle. The average man stumbles over it and stays on the ground, complaining about the rock. The Stoic man looks at the rock and uses it as the first stone to build his new foundation. He accepts his fate, not with passive resignation, but with a joyful embrace. Amor fati, a love of one's fate. He loves the breakup because he loves the man it forced him to become. The 7 actions we've discussed: silence, transformation, mission, indifference, social architecture, quiet success, and the inner citadel are not a checklist of tricks. They are a holistic philosophy for living. They are the path to true freedom. And the irony is beautiful. The moment you no longer need her to regret her decision is the precise moment she will begin to. Because she won't just be seeing a man who moved on. She'll be seeing a man who ascended. A man she had, but couldn't keep. And you will have done it all without saying a single word. Your power was never in her hands. It was always waiting, silent, within you. Now, go and claim it. If this philosophy resonates with you, subscribe to Modern Stoic for more wisdom on building an unbreakable mind. Leave a comment below with the one action you will start today. Remember, the obstacle is the way.